Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of A Spot of Hope, exclusively on What's Up Media Network. What is a better web TV than What's Up that gives us every Tuesday at 7:30, an hour long to enjoy with some great guests like the one that I have tonight, Batoul Hammoud, ahlan wa sahlan fiki. Thank you for being here. And Amy Hassan, ahlan wa sahlan fiki as well. So thank you for being here. And to also join you guys from all over the place in Dearborn, Michigan, and throughout the states and the world to highlight such great stories and great initiatives and great work and efforts. We cannot do all of that as What's Up Media Network without the sponsors, especially Sling Arabic TV, over 130 Arabic channels, BM Sports, Mushahada Plus. To get a free membership for a whole week, all you gotta do is get in touch with one of the What's Up Media Network staff. Also, a big shout out to the Spot of Hope sponsors. We've got the delicious Tahamas Princess Bakery, Mangoes Dearborn, as well as Lemo Express and Ali Sharara Century 21. Thank you also very much for your continued support and efforts since August of 2019. Also, we'd like to congratulate, speaking of our sponsors, of course, all of our sponsors for continuing to deliver such a quality customer service, but also especially Ali Sharara. Today he announced that he was the team #1 in 2019, so congratulations, Ali. Also, our audience, please make sure that you share the video, make comments, ask questions, and tonight we'll be talking about the importance of the PTA involvements, the parents' involvements, and everything in between. So make sure that you stay with us for the whole next 57 minutes or so. And if you have any questions or concerns, please post it in the comment box. We will pick it up. So please make sure that you stay watching and share the videos. And we are going to start right now with our guest, Batoul. Ahlan wa sahlan fik.
Ahlan fik.
Batoul, guys, is a parent, and she is a PTA president at Oakman School, right?
Yes.
And welcome.
Thank you. Thank
so
you.
how's it going today?
Alhamdulillah, everything's going good.
Alhamdulillah, awesome. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank
Amy,
you.
Please don't be offended. We'll come back to you after.
Inshallah.
So Batoul, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started your involvement with public schools. So let's take it piece at a time. Tell us about yourself, please.
My name is Batoul Hammoud. I have 3 beautiful children that attend Dearborn Public Schools. So I've been with Dearborn Schools for over 12 years. I got involved like over 10 years ago with the PTA. Just being involved. My kids love seeing me in the schools. Just being in the classroom, helping out, activities after school.
So you're a volunteer, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just to clarify that.
Yes, I started with volunteering, and then I got more involved, and then I became the PTA president of Oakman School.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, that's so great to hear, and God bless your kids.
Thank
and
you.
your family, and God bless you, and thank you for choosing to be an advocate and a vocal voice for your kids and other kids.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. We're going to come back to you to the other piece of the question. So now we switch to Captain Amy.
Hello, Sahla.
Right?
Yes.
You're the
Thank you for having us today.
Amy, thank you for being here. Amy, you both, and alongside every other lady that I've met at Oakman, alongside the principal and everybody else, you guys make a great and welcoming community at Oakman.
Thank you.
It's really touching and it's really noticeable. It can be gone unnoticed. So tell us about yourself as well, and before we dive into the actual talk about PTA and everything in between.
My name is Amged Monyiddin. I go by the name of Amy Hassan. I'm a mother of 3 children and 5 stepkids. I am the PTA treasurer to Oakman, McCullough Eunice, and Miller School. I am also a parent advocate and a child advocate throughout the district, and I sit on many committees through the Dearborn Public School committees.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for your service. So you guys are both our parents,
Yes.
mothers, and you guys have your busy lives.
Yes.
And yet I see, just like how our viewers also, I'm pretty sure they can notice that yet you guys are still involved.
Yes.
And nothing is stopping you from raising your voice and bettering our school environment for everybody, which
Yes,
is
of
highly
course.
commendable. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Amy, so beside having 3 kids and beside having some time to volunteer on your hand, what is it that made you get involved? Is it a certain incident? Is it a certain story happen with you?
No, my kids always wanted me to be at the school with them. And I just seen that they loved when I was around. I felt like it made a difference just going and having breakfast with them sometimes or going in for lunch with them. They really, really enjoyed it. And I felt like it made a difference just when they would see me in the building. So I felt like it was necessary to become a part of the PTA.
So basically, you're there just to provide a comfort zone and a good environment for your
Yes,
kids.
and just to help out everybody else's kids too, honestly.
Cool.
To be
Nice.
there for everybody else's kids too.
Amazing. That's amazing. I like that. What about you, Amy? I mean, you are an employee of the public schools.
Yes, I am.
So beside that, I mean, what is it that made you get involved in the public school system as well, like from a PTA standpoint?
Before I became an employee, I was a volunteer, a full-day volunteer for 8 years.
Really?
Yes. And
8
then
years every single day.
every single day. And then I became an employee, part-time employee after that for the last 4 years now. I noticed some kids were having a little harder time, difficult time, getting used to the classroom, especially when they're entering kindergarten.
Yes.
And the PTA actually at that time asked me to join. I really didn't want to at the time. They kept pushing, telling me it's a great program. You'll see a difference with your kids, everything. So I said, you know what, let me give it a try. And once I noticed with all 8 of the kids, it has made a big improvement with our kids, going through grades, socially, emotionally, other children in our building. Just seeing us there, we have kids that need a hug. They just come running to give us a hug.
Absolutely.
Just that emotional support has helped out a lot with our children.
Absolutely. And just before you continue, Amy and Batoul, I'd just like to give a shout out to all the PTA presidents throughout our schools, board members, regular members, parents, and thank you all for all that you do to ensure a safe, secure, and a comfortable environment for all our students and kids. So, of course, we want to thank you all so much for your dedication and sacrifices. So after you noticed that, what a big of a difference that made on the kids from an emotional standpoint and everything else, you decided to be even more involved, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not only parents, it's teachers, it's administrators, it's
Everybody.
support staff
Sure.
that it takes to raise these kids in this community.
Yes.
And a lot of times a teacher has 20 to 30 kids, and she's using her personal time to do a lot of the work that could be done by parents in the classroom. So we go in and volunteer with the teachers. If they need paper cutouts, they need any paper books, anything that needs to be done, whatever the teacher needs, we're there to support the teacher, because parent involvement means making a friendship with the teacher. As long as your teacher's happy, your student's happy, you're happy as a parent.
Yes.
So that's one of the biggest keys that we're missing out as parents on, is we need to make that relationship happen.
So you have to strengthen the bridge.
We have to strengthen the
among
bridge.
parents, students, teachers, and the schools in general.
Exactly.
So we can have better results.
Amy's nickname at Oakman is Oakman's Angel.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Well, that's
because she really is Oakman's Angel.
well. How awesome is that?
No. You know, we do what we do because we want to do it.
Yes.
And I believe if everybody was to do, I know people can't do it every single day, but maybe once a week or once a month, going up to a teacher, what can we do? How can we improve your classroom? That
Yes.
initiative between a teacher and a parent makes a world of difference, because we forget the teacher sees our students only in the building. Kids act differently in the building than they are at home.
Sure.
So when a parent's involved with the teacher gets a little insight more about the child. And I believe that makes a big difference in the kid's education.
Yes. Absolutely. Because I mean, the kids have to have both healthy environments in the school and at home.
Yes.
And looping in the parents and the teachers also of what's going on and the challenges and
Yes.
the strengths and weaknesses that's going to facilitate the academic journey. Absolutely.
Yes.
Batoul, how did you guys meet at the very when did you guys meet? Obviously, when you came to Oakman or before
Yes,
that?
no, at Oakman.
So
She
we're
was always
talking about 2 years
volunteering.
ago?
No, more than that. It's been over 5 years.
Okay.
She was always volunteering. I was always volunteering, and then we just connected. Honestly, we just started doing everything together at Oakman.
Nice. And you guys clicked.
And we collect.
You guys are best buddies now, huh?
Oh yeah.
So who gives?
We can't live without each other.
So who gives the other one the hardest time?
Oh, she gives me the hardest time for sure.
I don't believe that.
Oh, what do you mean you don't believe that?
They're great people.
We're raising our kids together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alhamdulillah.
So, what was it surprising for you, Batoul, that you saw Amy volunteering every single day before she even got employed, and then she got a part-time employment, and then until she became the sole, if I may say, of the main office of Oakman?
Yeah, she was there like as much as I used to volunteer. She beat me on that one because she was there from like the time the kids started school until the end of the day.
And then that was
it wasn't like a couple hours. It was a whole entire day
and
of
that
volunteer.
was like for you, like, man, like what makes her volunteer, right?
Yeah, she just loved it. She would do it from her heart
So
every single day.
she inspired your curiosity.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yes.
what does it feel like to volunteer that long? And let me give it a shot.
Yes.
So, and then you increased thinking about beating her, but you couldn't.
No way. There's no way I couldn't. It was too hard.
Well, your 2020 challenge is to beat her then.
I don't know. We'll try.
That's awesome. Well, as long as you guys are doing it for the kids, which I'm pretty sure you guys are, alongside everybody, all the teachers, the admins, the parents, principals, and everybody, supporting staff. I mean, shout out to all of you. I mean, again, we can't really thank enough, thank you guys enough for all they do because it's very important. Sorry, go ahead. Was there anything before?
No.
Okay, so no problem. My next session was today's Oakman. So today we're talking about Oakman. I mean, that's why we're not talking about like the entire district. Today we're highlighting Oakman PTA and Oakman activities and Oakman family and community. Today, Oakman, what is going on? Like how it has been since let's say 2019-2020 school year. So since September, so we don't go way before that. September until now, we're talking almost we're at the half year done, right? So how's it going so far?
It's actually going great. We're getting a lot of involvement from parents. We're getting a lot of support. The school is running a program, and it's only 2 schools in our district that are running this program. It's called Parent-Teacher Home Visit Project.
Okay.
And I'm one of the trainers, and I'm the parent component.
Nice.
So it started out with having teachers going out to the homes to visit with the children, and they are not talking anything about academics. It's a way for the teacher to get to know the student and the student to know the teacher on a different social level.
Okay.
So they would go into the home, they would be playing games with the kids, talking to the kids. The teachers usually have the kid do all about me paper. So a teacher usually walks in knowing everything about the child before she gets to their house. And it forms a different relationship between the teacher, the student, and the parent. We've seen a lot more improvement with our students. We've seen a lot more communication between the parent and the teacher on a whole different calm level. So
because you understood and analyzed a different side of the student's life. Exactly.
The second home visit is when they can go in and talk to the parent and the kid about how school's going and what's going on. So it's a follow-up visit.
Sure.
The beginning, our parents were terrified. It was new to the district. Everybody thought, oh, the teacher's coming to look at what do we have in our house, how does our house look, And it took us breaking the barriers, like them coming to my house, another parent's house. And once the teacher started up a board showing pictures of the teacher with the child at their home, every parent wanted that picture up with their kid. So they started inviting the teachers in. They noticed it wasn't just to look at what they have and what they don't have. That wasn't the idea of our visit.
Sure.
I've had a home visit before.
And it did empower a lot of our students.
Absolutely.
On a different level.
Sure.
Yeah.
Batoul, you had one. So you made one, or you had
the
one?
teacher came to.
Okay, to your kids' house.
Yes.
To your house to see your kids.
So they come in not as a teacher. They come in like as your friend.
Okay, just
they
to
go
make sure
in
that, to see how they can support you in wherever like you're lacking a little.
Yes. Like my son had his toys out. The teacher goes, even like he gets to show her his room. He gets to show her the house, the toys. The teacher's actually sitting on the floor with with my son. They're playing games.
Nice.
They're playing with the toys. So it's like different than when they're in class, like as a teacher. So he's looking at her in the house like, as a friend, a different relationship.
Cool.
Which was really nice.
Nice. Who is qualified to join such program, and then how people can know about it?
Right now, it's a pilot program.
Okay.
That's running through the school district. And I believe it was, I don't want to put names out, I forgot the other school. I know it's Oakman and another school.
Okay.
That was part of the program. The district has highlighted it during one of our board meetings. And we're hoping to get this program in every building.
That would be amazing because it's going to be very beneficial and to address all the gaps that students have, which is going to help them for sure to overcome a lot more barriers. We're going to continue with you guys, but let me pause for a second, give you guys a break.
Sure.
And acknowledge and recognize our amazing audience that have been supporting us since August. Thank you all so much for your time and for sharing the videos and making the comments and asking the questions and for showing your unwavering support all the time. Also, thanks to all the sponsors of A Spot of Hope, Princess Bakery, Lemo Express, Mango's Dearborn, Tahamas, and Ali Sharara, Central 21. Thank you all so much for your continued support and encouragement. Back to you guys. Sorry it wasn't that long. So Batoul's saying, man, I wanted a longer break, but unfortunately, too bad.
We're enjoying being here. Thank you
Well,
for
I appreciate
having
it.
us.
We're enjoying you guys talking about such a great and important topic. So that program, and then what else? Let's say meetings. When do you guys meet at Oakman? And
We just had our parent meeting on Friday,
okay,
and PTA presented during that time. We had educators.
is it like every Friday of like?
No, it's the third Friday
of
of
each month.
every month. We
Okay, so
usually
the
have
third
it.
Friday of each month at the cafeteria at Oakman.
Yes.
At Oakman Elementary. Okay. And then you guys discuss basically the school and what's going on.
What's going on at the school. They run programs with the parents,
Sure.
teaching them how they're teaching their children in the classroom. So this meeting was about reading. So we had a reading specialist come up and teach the parents how to read by changing their voice, making reading interesting for the children.
Nice.
And they pass out books for the kids to take home, the parents to take home for their kids that time. And then we had some of our PTA sponsors come out, which was Educare for All, and they donated $1,400 towards a Polythium board in our cafeteria, and that's going to be used to teach our children and to teach parents at the same time.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We're happy.
We
We're happy to see that Oakman now is supplied with such instrumental.
Yes, we're so excited.
Yes, absolutely. So we're happy for that.
And then we had another program that's joining our building. Fuel Up to Play 60 has been a program.
About to join.
They've joined for the children,
Okay.
but they're now trying to get the parents involved
Okay.
also.
What is that program again? I'm sorry.
Fuel Up to Play 60.
Okay. What is that all
And
about?
that's with the dairy farms of Michigan.
Uh-huh.
And the Michigan State Extension is running that program in our gym.
Cool.
And they're teaching kids how to be active, how to eat healthy.
Cool.
And now they're coming to teach our parents. So
Live a healthier and better life.
yes, so they're getting our parents involved. So it's not just, Oakman's not just for students. We involve our parents in different programs.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And that's why I noted in the beginning of this show that it's a very warm and welcoming community at Oakman. So,
Yes, it is.
it's really worthy of our recognition, not for the sake of the recognition, but because you guys set a great role model
Thank you.
to all the schools, not only in Dearborn, but honestly across the state and the nation, to how to be a strong community from your principal to the staff, to the volunteers, the PTAs, the parents, students, everybody else.
Thank
Batoul, so I'm trying to keep you busy here. Although you're saying, man, I hope he's not going to ask me. He's not going to ask me. He's going to ask Amy all the time. Tell me how, to which level you're involved with the PTA. I know that you volunteer, you help your kids as well as other kids. But what else? It's like on your priority list.
Well, we do fundraising, we do movie night, we do school store every week.
Nice.
We make popcorn once a month.
Okay.
We do.
Is it open for the public? I mean, just parents?
It's for the school.
So just in the
But
school.
if you would like popcorn when we make, you're more than welcome.
Oh, well, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You guys are more than welcome to come have some.
Thank you. It's much appreciated. So what would it be, if I may ask you, like something that you might say, this is the utmost program or opportunity or idea that I came up with since your involvement? I know that everything is valuable, don't get me wrong. Every bit helps.
Yeah.
But what would it be, something that you kind of made a difference? Could be an idea, could be a suggestion, could be an advice. I mean, you can take some time to think about it if you want. What about you, Amy?
I think what Batoul has done an excellent job in is setting up Guardians for Greater Children
Okay.
at McCullough Eunice.
Nice.
So we're trying to move over our program now to McCullough Eunice to
wait.
extend them. They're our feeder school.
We'll talk about that program, but why you're so humble? We appreciate that wholeheartedly, but still, I mean, the credit should also be where it's due, right?
Yes, of
So,
course.
Yes, I know that, we're not trying to put you on the spot here, but
Yeah, no,
still,
you're
that's
fine.
awesome. So thank you for
thank
What
you.
is that all about, if you don't mind, the Guardian?
It's
of
to
Great
get
Children
the
at McCullough?
parents involved to come in and volunteer. So we'd have like a sign-up sheet, and they would give us like what day and what time they can come in and volunteer,
Cool.
and then we would email that to the principal, and then he would have like a schedule of which class they'll be in, if they're in the cafeteria, if they're in the gym, or which class, and they would go in for that hour and volunteer in the school.
Nice. What do you think of that? I mean, you guys,
It's a-
mashallah, are not finding a billion ways to get the parents involved to a point where, as an Oakman parent, they cannot say, what can we do? Or there's nothing enough to do, right?
You know, actually,
So, mashallah, you're finding
other than
yeah.
us, the schools
Uh-huh.
are doing it too. Honestly, if the schools are not giving us the opportunity to run these programs
Yes,
or start these programs, we wouldn't be able to do it.
absolutely. And shout out to the school board members, by the way,
Yes,
and the
for all
entire
their
administration. Absolutely, for all the support, Dr. Maliko, all the admins, department heads, the school board members, all 7 of them. So absolutely, no doubt about that. But like at Oakman, I feel that you guys are
We
very
don't give 'em a
vibrant.
chance.
Exactly. So
We don't give our
Yeah,
parents a chance.
exactly,
We need you, we
so-
need you, you know.
yes,
Uh,
I like that.
it's not our, they're not our children alone,
Yes,
and we're there for every single child, but sometimes we need the help.
yes,
The teachers need the help, administrators need the help. And it's not always about popcorn, bake sales. We need to get involved.
I mean creative ideas too.
Yes.
I mean always trying to make something very diverse and
Yes.
doesn't sound or look boring.
Oh, we have too much fun,
I-
honestly.
I-
That's why we're still doing it. We have too much fun, and we get in trouble a lot.
She gets in trouble a lot, not me. I don't know why she said we.
Well, now, wait a second. So at some point you say that she's your buddy and your angel, and then other points you want to just forget about it?
Oh yeah, of course.
Come on, Batoul.
That's what friends are for.
Well, I think Amy got a big heart, so she's going to accept that from
She
her.
does.
Right, Amy?
When
Yeah.
Amy calls and says, I need you guys in the school at this time,
Yes.
we don't ask why. We just go to the school. We
Here
show
we
up.
go.
Yes.
We
And
do what she tells us to do.
we're
That's
a
it.
team. It's not
Amy's the
Amy.
boss.
No, it's not Amy's the boss. Without my ladies and the support of the administrator, the staff, we can't do what we do.
Absolutely. We're just
No.
picking on you.
Yeah.
So,
So
I know
just
it's-
support
I know-
all
I know
around.
it's a teamwork.
Yes, it's a teamwork.
And without teamwork, I mean, obviously,
wouldn't work.
Can't see a dream work, right?
Yes.
So,
And we have an awesome principal that
Yes.
stands with us with whatever
yes,
we
Mr.
want to
Mahmoud
do.
is an awesome guy, so big
Yes.
shout out to Mr. Mahmoud. I hope he's watching us.
He listens to all our ideas.
yes,
Anything we
yes.
want to do,
That's
he
very important.
stands with us. Yes, of
And the
course.
support
And the
staff.
support staff too.
Yes.
Also, yes.
Yes, that's very important.
Alhamdulillah.
Before we go out for a break, believe it or not, we're almost 30 minutes in. Batoul, do you feel better?
Oh yes.
Okay, great. So before we go out for the break, I wanted to ask, what is it that coming up to Oakman next, the near future, like next few weeks or next month, beside the monthly meeting, any activities coming up in February or March?
We have PTAs has the whole district PTA is having their annual Founders Day,
Okay,
and our PTA staff loves it.
okay,
It's a day where us as a PTA board we get to award 3 people and notice them for the dedication they've done throughout the years with us.
okay, awesome.
So that's one thing that our PTA looks forward to. It's an adult
Annual
event.
celebration
Yeah,
and
it's an-
appreciation
yes.
night. If I can say.
Appreciation night
Nice.
that's coming up, and we are thinking of doing a movie night soon.
Movie night.
Yes.
What kind of movie you guys watch? Just out of curiosity.
Usually we just
Scary
pick up-
movies?
No,
we
nothing
can't.
scary.
Usually
no.
cartoons
Oh,
or
for kids, you
family
mean?
friendly.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see,
Yeah.
okay.
we do a
Yeah.
movie night for
No,
the
I
kids.
thought PTA parent. I
Oh,
thought
no, no.
I
No,
thought-
just for the kids.
Just
Yeah.
for the kids,
Just
okay.
for the kids.
And March is reading month, so we have a
March
lot
is-
of visitors that come and read to the kids in the class.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, count on me to come and read for you
Inshallah.
guys if you like.
That would be
I'll
nice.
be honored to do that.
We'd be honored to have
And
you.
I
Wallah.
appreciate that. Honor all mine. And I like it because every year when I do it on purpose. I bring with me the Braille book.
Yeah.
And we started, beside whatever that we are reading, the kids started a whole different discussion about what is Braille and what is it, so stuff like that. So
Yeah.
so I'll be honored,
Yes, we appreciate it.
to do that. Absolutely.
We'd love to have you there.
Don't save me, by the way. I mean, I've said this to Amy, 3-4 years ago, or for the past 3-4 years ago. Until
Yes.
now, I can. Well, don't save me. Anything I can be of any assistance, please reach out.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So after the break, guys, we'll be talking about the future of the PTA at Oakman. Again, tonight we're highlighting the PTA at Oakman, the community of Oakman. The great accomplishments, which there are a lot, and let's say the challenges that you guys are encountering, and see how can we all, as a larger community now, help you guys to overcome that, and see how can we bring a better results. And of course, we will talk about encouraging the parents to get involved and stuff like that. But all of that will be after the break. So, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned. We're going to go out for a short break, and we'll be back. Welcome back, guys, to the Spot of Hope. Before we dive into this great discussion with Batoul Hammoud and Amy Hassan, great. Amy is an employee of the public schools, whereas Batoul is an employee of the PTA. Both they sit on the PTA at Oakman Elementary School. Amy sits on a couple other ones. Welcome back again. Shout out to all the sponsors. What's Up Media Network, Sling Arabic TV, over 130 Arabic channels. BM Sports, Mushahada Plus. To get a free membership for a whole week, all you gotta do is to get in touch with What's Up Media Network staff. Also, big shout out to a Spot of Hope sponsors. We've got Limo Express, Princess Bakery, Tahamas, Mango's Dearborn, and Hani Sharara, Century 21. Thank you all so much for your support. So, guys, the second half, pretty much, is gonna be about, as we talked before the break, the parents' involvement and stuff. But before we dive into that, now, can fathers join you guys?
Yes, of
Yes.
course.
How many fathers do you guys have? I was wondering.
I got about 5 on my membership list.
Okay, so it's not ladies only?
No,
like
it's
mothers.
not.
Okay.
No,
I
we
understand.
welcome all.
Okay, great. Good to know that fathers out there, to join. What about any resources? What does PTA provide as far as resources, tool, for our community out there? Let's say if now a mother is listening to you guys and she or a father, they would like to get involved. Who they can go to? Is it you guys straight? They call the school?
They go to their PTA, their local PTA, and it could be a PTO. Some schools have PTOs. There's a membership, and usually we charge like $10 a year. It's a $10 a year, and half of that money goes to the national PTA, and the rest will go back into our account that helps us get stuff to help the teachers out with and run our PTA.
Sure.
What we do as a PTA, we advocate. We advocate for parents, we advocate for students. A lot of parents don't know what their rights are. Sometimes they're stuck. They need the help, and we're there to advocate for you. So do we need to walk into a meeting with you? Do we need to take you to and direct you to the right person you can speak to? There's a lot of power parents have that they don't really realize that they have.
Awesome. So your resources that you guys provide for the community, and especially Oakman now, since we're talking about Oakman, is provide any struggling parent or student with support, like to advocate, to make sure that you guys being vocal, directing people to the right people to, to resolve their issues or to address their issues. And it's a $10 annual membership.
Yes.
That's amazing. So you guys can reach out to Oakman Elementary School and, ask for how to be a PTA member.
They would go to their school
Okay. All right.
and reach out. And you can always go to the district PTA.
No, I'm talking about like Oakman.
Yeah, Oakman can
Okay.
come to us.
Okay, I understand that. Okay. And this question for you both. Why is it important for you guys to be involved, and how also it can be important for other parents? So we guys have been talking for the past 30 minutes about all these great results, satisfaction, advocating, and all that great stuff. Can you guys narrow it down to give people more of a closer idea? Like for you, Amy.
For me,
yes.
it was a family member that was having a hard time in school.
Okay.
And we realized when testing, this child was doing his test in 3 minutes, which it took him about an hour to do. And we figured out he had anxiety over testing. And speaking to the teacher, I went to the teacher and had asked her, can you pull up this child's test? I'd like to see what he got wrong because he wasn't scoring. And it turned out he was just pushing any number, done in 3 minutes. Once we noticed it was done in 3 minutes, he was switching his screen to a game. So we figured out he had anxiety over testing, and we needed to get him the help that he needed. I got frustrated, honestly. At the time, we had a principal, Mr. Awara, and we had a parent liaison, Mr. Krug. And the teacher also at the time helped me get the help I needed for my family member. I seen, when the teacher gave this child a smooth rock when he was testing, when he was reading, and it's like a fidget to him. After that, this child was doing great in school. It wasn't having a hard time, wasn't having nothing. So I had somebody advocate for my family member. So I decided I'm going to learn the ropes. Once I learned the ropes as a parent, what my rights are as a parent, what I can do, what my power is, I'm a stakeholder in the community. I want to help others the way I got help for my family member.
Awesome.
So that's what got me
That's very
involved.
amazing. So you're giving back, and you're being grateful that you received help one day, so you're giving back.
Yes.
That's amazing. What about you, Batoul? What does it mean for you to be involved, and so we can encourage other parents to be involved as well?
I feel like being involved is very important. Like, I know my kids know because I'm always in the school, like behavior-wise, grades, just everything. Like, they want to do very good because they know, like, I'm always there, so they know it makes me happy. And just being there, I feel like, is just special.
So you provide like that support system,
Yes.
that security, that I'm here, and how your kids do well because you're there. So you tell the parents, if you're supportive, your kids can do better.
Yes.
That's amazing. So then, what else? What are other ways you guys think that we can encourage our parents? Let's say, for example, I see that you guys having math, science events, like classes at night where parents and students work on activities together. How that came about, and what is the purpose behind that?
Our principal came up with it, and he would do them after school. And it came up with having involvement with the parents, having more involvement with their students. We've noticed there wasn't that big of a connection between the parents, the students. The parents, because of language barrier, didn't know how to engage their children. So these were games, and the teachers would be there with us that night. And they would show the parents and the students how fun it is to play different games. If it's a reading game, a math game, a science night. So everybody was involved.
Yes.
So it gave the parents a chance. And a lot of times, everything is translated to the parents, so the parents are understanding more. Before they were like, they're not understanding what's going on. They don't know. It's different from the old way we were taught. So parents were moving away. So by having these different nights, getting the parents engaged, teachers engaged, students engaged, parents are seeing what the teacher is doing, that they make the parent engage with the student at that night.
Amazing.
Yes.
So it's both benefit for parents and students.
And students.
Batul, what do you like about that the most, besides the interaction and the engagement?
Like even at our parent meetings, Mr. Abruz has been bringing in games where the parents get to play a game that students have played before in class, where we sit as a group and he gives us the material and we have to problem solve how we're going to have like the book. We have to put like we had index cards and then we have to build like a tower.
Yes.
And then it has to hold the weight of a book at the top. So I think parents look forward to the parent meetings to come and learn different games to play with their kids at home.
Sure. Amazing. So, as I mentioned 10, 15 minutes ago, you guys are trying your best to keep your parents involved,
Yes.
whether through all these great activities,
Yes.
all these outings, movies or popcorn, what else? Parents meetings, the math, science classes, the monthly meetings. Now, let's talk about social media a little bit, or let's say the electronic stuff. So you guys also get your you get your parents involved through the Parent Connect.
Yeah, the district gets us involved with our kids through Parent Connect.
So you guys use that as well to your advantage.
Yes, we use
Okay.
Parent Connect. It's used for middle school and high school students right now.
Okay.
I can go to any of my students and look up their grades as of right now, what they're getting. It will show me if they're missing any assignments. If they took any tests, I can see that. What they had for lunch, I can see on that. And
The
it's
attendance.
attendance, if the kid went to school, skipped class, something, I see all
Oh,
that.
So then you'll be
anytime.
looped in
Yes.
right away.
We're not, the district is not waiting to let us know at the last minute when report cards come out. And the district has their website now, ADAD compliant, and they do have it translatable. So a parent can click and have it translated to about 6 or 8 different languages now.
Awesome.
So anybody can use that.
Awesome. That's amazing. And then what about the class?
Class dojo?
Yes, dojo.
Yeah. Well, that every day I can go on, and each student has a personalized account, and the teacher will like deduct points or add points depending on the student's behavior, if they turned in homework, what they did throughout the day. So every day my son looks forward to coming home and going on Class Dojo and actually checking to see how many points he received for the day. And I can communicate with the teacher, send her messages. She sends me messages if she has to say anything to me. We just communicate through Class Dojo.
Amazing. So basically, so many parents, both mom and dads work, and we have a lot of these examples. And at that point, we have to feel with them. So these electronic platforms give them a chance to be involved virtually.
Yes.
And if I may ask you guys, what do you guys think of how accessible our teachers are through emails? So let's say if I'm a parent and I notice that my kid is not doing well, although I'm doing what I can do and and stuff like that, but I still my kid is not delivering well. So if I email the teacher, what do you guys rate the email communication?
A 10.
10 out of 10. It's the
Usually-
greatest nowadays.
Yes. Usually by the time I'm done emailing a teacher, it's maybe a 2-hour, 3-hour turnaround for her to respond or him.
Yes.
Awesome.
I agree.
Have you guys used that, by the way? I mean, as parents yourselves? I mean, or you guys, since you're always in school present, you guys just do
Well,
it in person?
Well, because we have kids in the upper grades,
Yes.
we do have to use that a lot.
Okay.
So like with the high school teachers, they're not too available face to face.
So email would be the
So
best
an
way.
email, we do email, they get right back to us. The principals, I really would like to thank the principals in the district. Every principal's office I've went to has an open door policy.
Nice.
So they're ready usually right away to talk to you if you have anything there.
Amazing. Why I'm mentioning all of these is just to ensure that our audience and everybody knows that do your best to get in touch with your kids' teachers, admins, principals, I mean, whether not in person or with a phone, via email, via email, all these virtual, platforms.
Exactly.
So now there are 1 billion ways, if I can say that, by which you can get in touch with your, students, teachers, and also to get to know every single detail. And then you guys mentioned
Yes.
what did they eat for lunch, right?
Yes.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
And never hesitate to reach out honestly to
Yes.
a teacher
Yes.
or a principal for any question that you have or concern, honestly.
Absolutely. So now here's the next question. So if we have all these platforms in place and very accessible and very welcoming, open door policy, what is it that you guys think that some of the challenges that you guys are encountering?
Parents not understanding that they need to get involved and they don't understand their rights. I think they're scared, and a lot of them coming from like the old country, you know, a lot of them tell me.
I mean, like a third world country?
A third world country. Their first thing is, our parents always dropped us off and left. Our mother and father never walked into a school building. So that's a perception that we want to change.
Okay.
We need parents walking in, you know. If it's because of translation, translation is readily anywhere you want in any of the buildings. We even started where some of our parents are telling us we cannot read English or Arabic. They're illiterate and they need the help. So we ended up starting for our Oakman school. We started on WhatsApp, we started our own chat room. So anything going on in the school during the day, we're vocally putting messages out.
Nice.
So the parents can understand what's going on and they can talk to us vocally.
I like that.
With the message. So I think that's another part of our situation right now.
Nice. What do you think beside that, Batoul? Beside, you know, encouraging parents to get involved and to show them the importance of it, what else that any challenge you guys are encountering too? Like, what do you think that, you know, you're missing to even have a more of a powerful influence, if I may say that?
What are we missing?
Or you think that you guys are just pretty much content, except for parents to be more vocal and more involved, and to be courageous enough to stand up and say, hey, I have an issue, or I would like to get involved? You can't think of anything right now?
Honestly, I think we're doing really good.
Awesome.
I think we don't have any problems. I think parents, you know, even if they do have a problem, they do come up to us, and then we do tell them, you know, if you,
Great.
for concerns, you know, please voice your concern to the principal, and we help out as much as we can.
Cool. Awesome. Let me ask you guys about the special education students. You know, how is that is being incorporated into your work? Because obviously, working with a general ed student, you know, tend to be a little bit less steps, you know, to complete. Like, it doesn't require, you know, this and that based upon the accommodations and this and that. So, have you guys experienced anything with that? And what do you guys tell for our parents who have special education kids?
They're more than welcome. We're here to support every child in our building. We don't, I'm going to say this, we don't differentiate
Yes, you
between
don't
them.
discriminate. Yeah, absolutely.
We do not.
No,
They're
I mean,
involved in everything
sure.
we do. We make sure if there's a special need, sometimes we have kids that don't sit down, that like to walk around like during our movie nights. So one of us will grab that child, we'll sit next to him, and we'll enjoy the movie with them.
Nice.
So we don't stop a kid because of any disability. We try to empower the child. And we try to give them the same chances any of our children would have.
That's amazing. What about their parents? Have you guys had any issue where a parent can say, hey, my son or my daughter has this XY disability and I don't know where to go, what to do, or, you know, just
Yes.
you guys were there to
We do.
help?
Yes, we do. Especially, we've seen that a lot from our new refugee students that had came in the last
Sure.
2-3 years.
And that was my next question, by the way, yes.
And I was able to get them the help that they needed using
Awesome.
our school with our principal,
Sure.
our support staff. We were able to get them the help that they needed, even if it wasn't a disability. A lot of it, what it was, they didn't have what regular houses would have.
Amazing. And that was my next question is about the newcomers. You know, Dearborn is one of the largest cities, at least nearby, if I may say, if not nationwide, of immigrants, refugees, which means that we have, you know, language challenges, you know, and that might be also added to it, disabilities. Can you tell, like, did you guys notice at Oakman a lot of newcomers?
We
Yes.
did. And we did notice a lot that needed a lot of
language support.
language support. Some were disabled, some had medical problems, some had nothing.
Okay, and then like, what do you guys? Okay, so if you felt the difference of more newcomers coming over, what about like the level of support, the degree of support? Did it increase?
Yes,
Okay, amazing.
it did. One of my things that I took upon myself since I've been at Oakman, I like to welcome in our newcomers. So I'll come over, tell them I'm coming over for cup of coffee, get to know you. I'm going there to see what the need is.
Nice. You mean with the students, right? Or
With the
teachers
student and the parents.
Okay.
Yeah. So I go in, I notice what needs to be done. I go back, I report to my PTA, I report to my principal and staff. This is what needs to be done. This is what the family needs. This is what we need to step up and do.
Okay.
So we usually furnish a house in one day.
Nice.
From coming to the whole community.
Absolutely. And,
Alhamdulillah, the whole
That's why
community.
she's Oakman's angel.
yes, and alhamdulillah, by the way, we live in such a great
Yes.
and very generous and giving
yes.
community. So we never cease to, to amaze, honestly.
Amazing, yes.
Yeah, because we never really fail to support one another and other needy families. So can you give us an example, like, so who do you reach out to in such circumstance? Let's say you get a notification about a family who's lacking a couch, for example, or anything like that.
For
or-
furniture, Detroit Furniture has helped out a lot.
Helped out a lot.
They have furnished a
big
lot
thanks
of
to them,
homes.
absolutely. Okay.
Yes.
Rochelle, one of our personal friends up here at Gare Park, has a mattress factory, not a factory, store, and anything I need, she'll furnish the whole house.
Well, God bless
Mattresses,
her.
Yes.
Well, God bless her.
Educare, I've come to Educare,
Educating services.
yes.
Okay.
And they've always supported, I've never got turned away from them.
Well, God bless them as well.
Yes,
It's,
Hype Athletics.
Yes.
Has helped out, and my staff, my parents, they're the biggest donors I have. I go, I say, I have a family, needs 1, 2, 3. I'm not asked who they are, why you're helping them, nothing. Next day I come, they put everything at the school, and they ask me to deliver because they don't want that parent to know who brought what or it came from the school. So
Nice.
that person does not know at all.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And a nice thing we did this year, we have done 3 houses full of furniture. I have gotten 3 parents to school through Zaman, and they're doing English.
Yep.
They're doing English and they're doing sewing classes right now. And I've gotten 2 fathers jobs to help support their families. So we're not there just as a handout. We're there to give them resources to get jobs also.
Well, God bless you. I mean, that's going to empower them, and
You know,
you're
that's-
empowering an entire family.
You know, our PTA we're blessed to have our PTA in our building and our staff because everybody's there like that. We're not waiting around to help or anything. Everybody's there. Just say 1, 2, it's covered.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And honestly,
Wonderful.
we're blessed to have Amy because we couldn't do it without her.
Come on, did she pay you to do that?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, she did under the table.
So you paid her to sit across from you and keep a couple of benny all night?
Alhamdulillah, you have us separated.
No, alhamdulillah, of course.
Alhamdulillah.
So Amy basically is like a game changer.
She's like the go-to person for whatever you need.
Okay.
Anything and everything
All
that
of
you
us
need.
are. All of us are. We're all a
See
team.
how humble she is?
No, I'm really telling you, without them, I can't do it.
Yes, absolutely.
Without them, I cannot do it.
I just
Yeah.
really I love this sense of community and family between you guys.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
And how you guys are agreeing on supporting your school community, your kids, your kids' parents, and everybody else. I mean, that's amazing.
And we're not only doing it in our building. So we do get sometimes a building will reach out, a social worker, somebody will reach out. Amy, I have a family, 1, 2, can you go do a home visit?
And you do it.
I'll go, knock on the door, they don't know me from nothing. Go in, we talk, we get to know them, we come back, I go to their building, tell them what they need, we get what we can get, and it's a community thing.
See, I think this is a sense of being genuine, and who you are.
Alhamdulillah.
Like, yes, that's, I think, very important. And as we say بالعربي يعني سماهم في وجوههم, it's amazing. So
Alhamdulillah.
that's the time. What about you, Batoul? So beside PTAs, guys, I mean, what else you guys do at the school? Like anything? I mean, are you thinking to do anything else, or that's about it for you for now? Just PTA and volunteering. That's it.
It's my last year, so next year I'm moving on to PTA
So you're leaving
Eunice.
Amy, you said?
I'm leaving it. No, I'm taking Amy with me. I'm not keeping her there.
So you're leaving Oakman too?
as a PTA, we are looking for a new board right now.
Okay.
I've been on there for about 9 years now.
Oh, amazing.
So I'm there to help them anything they need. But we'd like to pass on the baton because we need more advocating. We need more parents to take a role. Because we'll still be in a role position, you know, throughout the district.
So you're still working for Oakman, you
Yes,
mean?
I'll be working for Oakman, but I'll still, as a PTA, throughout the district,
But
I'll
not
be
at
there.
Oakman.
If we find somebody to take over, yes.
Okay. I
To
see.
find somebody to take
It's
over,
just
yes.
they want to give somebody else a chance to.
Yeah, I wanna-
And then you'll be there to support, to
Support,
train,
yes.
and that's amazing. So you're moving because your kid is moving from Oakman, you said?
Yes,
Batoul?
yes, his last year in elementary school.
Okay, and then he's gonna be
At McCullough Eunice.
At McCullough,
Yes.
so you're gonna shift, and I think that you've already created something over there. So you're
Yeah,
kinda
so I
familiar with
have
the
no
principal?
problem, yes. And
Okay.
we're part of the PTA too over there, so.
Yes.
So it shouldn't be a problem. So Amy, you're gonna go with her, huh?
Oh, of course.
I'm already there.
She doesn't have a choice.
I am wherever I am there wherever anybody needs me.
Nice.
Yes,
I like that. I like that. I like to hear that. Well, before we conclude, believe it or not, we're sad to report that we're the last 7 minutes of our show. What would it be? Something that you'd like to share with us, like as far as updates or anything that the community needs to know about, and then like a final word.
Please join your PTAs. You don't want to join your PTAs, please be a parent advocate. We have a meeting in the district tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the boardroom for parent involvement. So please go there and join us. Anything you can do, how little you think it is, will be a big game changer for us. And I would also like to thank a couple of the organizations that we couldn't run our building without them, which would be Educare for All, Educare, Hype Athletics. We had Subways on Greenfield was one of our sponsors. Sam Berry. What else did we have?
And by the way, congrats to Mr. Samberry for becoming
Yes.
the school board president. Congratulations.
Yes, it is.
He's a dear brother and well deserved.
Abdullah Hammoud.
State Representative Batoul Hammoud.
Yes, state representative. He sponsored 3 laptops this year
For
for
our
our
robotics
robotics
team.
team,
Amazing.
which was amazing.
Amazing.
You know,
Thank
he's-
you, Abdullah.
That was
he
a
never
big
felt
help.
support.
Yes, it was
my
a big
God.
help for our
Amazing,
children to go to
amazing.
competition this year.
Amazing. That's what we're talking about. That's the
Yes.
love and support and the sense of family that we have been talking about for the past 55
Yes.
minutes.
And the wonderful staff at Oakman and our parents. Rola, we missed you today.
Rola, we love
and
you.
Rawan, there are 2 other board members.
Rawan Horan, right?
Rola and Rawan. Yeah, Rola's son is sick, so we did not ask her to come out. And Rawan is also at home. So
Well,
we'd
shout
like
out
to
to
thank
them,
them.
Rola
We
and
couldn't do
Rawan.
it without them either.
Nice. I like that. I like how you guys miss one another. I mean, for real. I mean,
Yes,
it's amazing.
we're a
So you
team.
guys make work fun.
Fun, yes, we do.
They get me in trouble at work.
Well, your phone does not stop ringing. I mean, your work phone.
Yes.
Hey, Amy, I need
And when
this.
they can't get a hold of Amy, her secretary over here answers the calls.
Oh, you?
Yes, but she
Okay.
doesn't pay me for that.
Oh. Well, Amy, when...
It's free
well,
service.
So for how long you been working for no pay?
For a long time.
She's gonna Hassan.
Here we go.
For a long time.
They're even better than dollars.
Yes.
What about you, Batoul? Any updates you have to share with us and a final word before we conclude?
I would just like the parents to get involved, voice your concerns. You know, if you have a problem or a concern, you know, approach the school, go to the office, you know, talk to the principal. If you have a problem with, you know, with your son in the class, talk to the teacher. You know, there's always a solution to everything.
Amazing. Well, anything else you guys want to add before before I make the conclusion?
You know, we have extremely a lot of parents that are helping us out to accomplish everything that we are doing. And one of our people that's been shouting out all night for us was Hawra, and we really thank everything you
Big
do
shout
for
out
us.
to Hawra, yes.
Hawra Maki is my cousin. I love you, Hawra.
That's amazing. Well, big
She's
shout
our
out to
biggest
her
supporter.
and to your family
Yes.
as well, and your family, Amy, as
Thank
well.
you.
Well, guys, thank you for being here.
Thank you
I
for
appreciate
bringing
you
on the
guys. Wish
spotlight.
you, of course,
Thank
wish
you.
you guys nothing but the best at Oakman. We wish our public schools in its entirety, all the buildings, all the teachers, parents, admin, support staff, PTA members, PTA board, everybody without any...
Our district PTA.
Exactly, everything.
Yes.
This is the district PTA, everyone, all the
Yes.
volunteers, for investing in our kids, investing in our future. And I appreciate you guys. Wish you guys nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Guys, before we conclude, I'd just like, to say thanks to Batoul and Amy for, I'm not sure how to say it. I mean, you guys are really doing it all, working, volunteering, parents, advocating, being a vocal voice. And that's how it should be, guys. So I hope that this show was inspirational enough for you guys, mothers and fathers, to get involved and to play more of an instrumental role in your kids' life and your students' life at schools, and help the teachers to even reach a better and higher level. And also like to thank all the sponsors that give us the opportunity to share all such valuable knowledge with all of you guys. Sling Arabic TV, over 130 Arabic channels, BM Sports, Mushahada Plus. To get a free membership for a whole week, all we gotta do is to reach out to one of the What's Up Media.org staff members. Also, big shout out to A Spot of Hope sponsors, Lemo Express, Tahamas, Mangoes Dearborn, Princess Bakery, and Ali Sharara Century 21. Thank you all so very much for your continued support. And our audience, thank you so much for always providing the best feedback, for sharing the videos, the episodes, and for expressing your interest and support. If you have any ideas, any concerns, any guests that you'd like us to interview and highlight, please do not hesitate to reach out. Some episodes are in Arabic, some are in English. We welcome any suggestions. Next week, guys, our guest is going to be our Dearborn Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Glenn Maleko, to talk about his personal story, his background, as well as all the concerns and challenges and accomplishments that the public schools have been earning for the past few years. So stay tuned for next Tuesday. We'll see you all next Tuesday at 7:30 live on the What's Up Media Network. Thank you, What's Up Media Network. Thank you, Hassan Hashim, for always paving the way for us to share the air with everybody. So good night, guys. Stay warm, stay safe, and see you all next Tuesday. Thanks so much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.